And here come the Goony Birds. And there's the National Warplane Museum's own R4D. That's an R4D-5. We know that airplane actually did serve in the Navy during World War II. So that's well over 50 years old.
Give you a little topside view of this beautiful DC-3. This airplane was deemed by many, and still is, as the best designed airplane ever built. Considering the achievements we've made in aviation the last 50 or 60 years, that's quite a saying.
The Anson, by the way, that you see flying out here, that yellow airplane, twin engine, built by Avro. They first flew in 1935. The earliest ones were fabric-covered tube design. Later ones had a molded plywood fuselage, as this one has. It's mostly wood. They were produced over a 17-year period. There were 11,000 of them made. This is the last one still flying in all of the world. Owned and flown by the Canadian Warplane Heritage of Hamilton, Ontario.
And Connie's beginning to roll down through as they bring the power up of the big R-3350s.
Here it comes over from the left, folks, the Constellation. This is an airplane flown by the Constellation Group out of Scottsdale, Arizona, an A model of the 121 or Constellation. The Connie was the first pressurized airliner in widespread use. There were 856 built between 1943 and 58. Was used extensively by the military and the airlines till the 60s. There are only 4 of them still flying in the United States. The Air Force used them for, of course, cargo and passengers, also as early warning aircraft. This particular one served with the Air Force from 1948 to 1960, total of 16,000 hours in military service. Then it was a forest sprayer in Canada from 1970 to 1984.
Here comes the Connie in for his landing. Isn't that pretty? Looks like slow motion. Very gently now, pull back on the yoke to flatten out the approach, bleed off a little airspeed, let her land on the mains. Look at that. Isn't that nice? God, that's pretty.
"123 feet across the wings. A little more than a third the length of a football field. At the top of the tail, it's 22 feet tall. 95 feet long, could weigh as much as 107,000 pounds. The Constellation.